you mentioned therapy, but I mean, is that something that was suggested to you, or was that something you kind of came up with yourself?
The algebra was my kind of own creation. I have a tendency to map these soft skill things and learning about, personal growth. I often will map it into terminology that appeals to my, left-sided engineering brain. And, even though you can fill in words for what we do in the workshop, we have, if you do X, it has Y impact on me. So if you do X, or when you do X, I will do Z. I just put in variables there. And the moment that I put in variables, I'm like, okay, this is just algebra. And it turns out, and this is the workshop I've done more than any other so far, it's like becoming a signature for me, that when I put it in those terms with X, Y, and Z, people remember it. And so it's more like a logical thing than it is algebra, but using X, Y, and Z, it just became kind of a bit of a metaphor for that one particular statement. And that's the one that the entire, it's simple to talk about, but the nuance is in, what is X, what is Y? And in particular, the part that most people have not done until they did the workshop was define Z, which is the consequences. Often boundaries become, you've heard like no is a complete sentence. That literally is a boundary statement, but it's basically telling somebody where your limits are. And that's useful. That's a start. That's a really good start. But the part that opened up things tremendously for me, and the reason why I'm such a champion of this formulation, is that the idea of telling somebody what they can and can't do really disempowers you, because you're trying to control someone else. And the formula that we're using here with, if you do X, it has Y impact on me. So if you do X, I will do Z, means that the entire action lies with me.
Right.
And it's entirely in my control. And the part I love about it is that you're not making someone do something.